The honour of first studio session of Ya Vila agus a Cuig Jeg goes to a beautiful singer from Mahara Filta called Rhoda Barfoot. Now, Rhoda has a classical music background and has been extremely successful with this genre. She's steeped in traditional music as well, and she recorded her first album Across the Sea to Ireland in Nashville and released it late last year. And she called into the studio a little earlier to record the first session of 2015 for Agran Nahíne de Blas agus Blas Ceoil and Anya. So it was just a delight to host her in a studio a little earlier on, and this is what she sounds like. This is her very delicate version of Galway Bay.
If you ever go across the sea to Ireland, and maybe at the closing of your day, you will sit and watch the moon rise over Claddagh and watch the sun go down on Galway Bay, just to hear again the ripple of the trout stream, the women in the meadows making hay, just to sit beside the turf fire in the cabin and watch the barefoot cousins at their play. Oh, the breeze is blowing o'er the sea from Ireland, are perfumed by the heather as they blow, and the women in the uplands digging praties speak a language that the strangers do not know, for the strangers came, tried to teach us their way. They scorn us just for being what we are, but they may as well go chasing after moonbeams or light a penny candle from a star. And if there is going to be a life hereafter, and somehow I am sure there's going to be, I will ask my God to let me make my heaven in that dear land across the Irish Sea. I will ask my God to let me make my heaven in that dear land across the Irish Sea.
Imon Céad Heisiún na bliana an seo ar Blas Ceoil tá Rhoda Barfoot as Mahara Filta chun de gire in san studio Leom Trinona. Rhoda, it is lovely to have you here and lovely to have you in for the first session of 2015. We're starting out with our Celtic connections here on Blas Ceoil this evening. Now, you've just released an album, Across the Sea to Ireland. We'll talk about that in a minute, but I want to hear about you first of all, because you are classically trained, loving your traditional music. So where did it all start for you?
Well, first, thank you so much for having me on the first of the new year. I'm just delighted to be here. Thank you so much. My traditional music started with my parents teaching me this music at home, and it's the music that I grew up with. Yes, I am classically trained. I took classical piano lessons and classical violin lessons and everything, but if we were singing songs at home, it would be something like Galway Bay or these kinds of songs. So I very much learned the folk music from my parents, from my family.
So when it came to recording an album, and particularly this album Across the Sea to Ireland, you know, how did you set out of all the experiences that you had, the different genre of music that you had experienced, that you had played, that you had learned, and all the people you'd met? How did you narrow it down to going down the route of the Galway Bays, Magilla Mar, Caledonia, Amazing Grace, Bonaparte's Retreat? Now there are a few varying influences on this album, but you took this to Nashville as well to record it.
I did. I knew if I went to Nashville they would get my style of music, because of course their country music came from us. Exactly, it's all thanks to us.
Yeah.
So we'll take the credit for it.
We're
anyway.
going to start a complete debate there, but I think we're on the same same page here, Rhoda.
So I knew in Nashville that they would get it, they would understand what I was doing. I knew they'd be sympathetic to my music, and it couldn't have been better going there.
You mentioned that it's a collection of Celtic songs and the Celtic influences there, and you wanted to put yourself into this recording.
Definitely.
Now, with a name like Rhoda Barfoot from Magherafelt.
Yes.
Barfoot, I don't imagine might be a common surname around those parts, or is it?
There aren't that many of us, and if there are, then I'm related to them, basically. Yeah.
But going back, you can trace your name to Scandinavia.
Yes, it's a Norwegian name. A Viking name, and the name has been in Ireland since the Vikings came. And
if you could speak Norwegian, I think you'd get away with saying that you were Norwegian, that you've just got that look.
Could have. Yeah,
definitely do.
I think I fit in okay in Norway. That's when I go there. The connection with Scandinavia, I mean, clearly it's not a strong connection, but there's
still there.
There's something in the name. I just thought it might be worth looking into this music, and I heard there was a lot of stuff kind of going on in Norway, and I started to look up some of the songs that they sing and some of the music. And actually there's one violin tune that's on there. It's called Brewer Marsh, and it's like the Danny Boy of Norway. So I thought, let's do that, because it was just coming up everywhere. Everyone's recorded this song. I thought I have to say something with this Brewer Marsh. So that was one thing. I wanted to explore it. That was all, and see where it took me.
And do you feel you've put your own personal stamp on these Celtic classics? Very much.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I purposely didn't listen to other people singing them when I was preparing for this. I mean, I know a lot of recordings probably of most of the songs, if not all of them, but I purposely didn't put any of them on my CD player on YouTube or anything else while I was preparing for this, because I wanted to do my own thing
and find a fresh approach
with each one.
It's difficult in
Yes.
this time when we've just got so much technology available, and everything's just there at your fingertips by the click of a few buttons on a keyboard.
Yeah, and it helped as well that I was recording it with American musicians who didn't know this music at all. So it was really interesting to hear their reaction to the music when they hadn't even heard of the songs before.
Tell me who you recorded with, Rhoda. Go on, name drop.
I recorded with the producer he's called Eric Jaskowiak. I told him what I was doing. He thought it sounded interesting, and by the time we got together, we'd kind of talked on Skype a lot, and we were just really in tune with each other. And I think he loved learning about this stuff, and I loved his fresh kind of take on it, and it was just right. I think I got something better than if I had worked with someone who knew all the songs already, and I really liked his perspective.
Brilliant.
On this music.
Well, you do bring a very fresh perspective. I think we could hear that in your version of Galway Bay, most definitely.
Thank you.
And now you're going to perform Magilla Mar, which is an anthemic Irish song in the Irish language, as Gaelic. Why did you choose to record this song, and how did you find it?
I don't remember the first time that I heard this song. It feels like something I've just always known, but I don't know how. And I know that probably hundreds of people have recorded it before, and I thought, does the world really need another recording of Magilla Mar? I don't know, but again, working with these Nashville musicians who had never heard it before, I think that helped me to put something fresh onto it. In the end, it worked, and so many people have told me about the album that Magilla Mar is their favourite one.
Ah, isn't that lovely? You're not an Irish speaker, you know, so you know
No.
amongst Irish speakers this is a big song.
Yeah.
I suppose because you know you understand the meaning of the words, and then there's the melody as well, which you know aside
It's
from the
so
words
beautiful.
is beautiful.
So
yeah.
beautiful.
So you know what was it? It obviously wasn't the words that attracted you to it, or was it the sound of the Irish language?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think I love the sound of it, and I love the melody. And I looked it up. I had to look up the translation because I don't speak Irish. I never learned it at school or anything. But when I saw the meaning of the words and everything, I just thought there was a beautiful turn of phrase in the song. I thought it was beautifully written. And when I started to research it a little bit, and then I had to set about looking for someone who would teach me how to say it all. So I found Dermot, and who we both know.
This is Dermot Devlin, Dermot O'Devlin.
Hi, Dermot. And I went along to his house, and he said it for me. And then I just went home and listened to it and sang it, and went back to him and sang it for him. And he corrected any little places that needed correcting. And then off I went to America to record it with that. So, and he said it turned out well. So I'm just so relieved that he's happy with it.
I can tell you that anyone who knows him, that is high praise indeed.
Okay.
You have done extremely well.
Very good.
You know, your pronunciation is beautiful, and I agree.
Thank you.
I agree with you. You know, the way you bring it to life is just, it's so fresh and just beautiful. Rhoda, gur míle maith agus thachtas Stratronona. It's lovely to have met you and for you to come into the studio this evening, and
Such a pleasure to be here.
You're most welcome, and hopefully we'll see you again, Rhoda.
Hope so.
Gur
Thank you
maith
so
agat.
much.
Agus amon ma dhéile mar inis in studio Blas Ceoil Trionona seo Rhoda Barfoot.
Shamlech ma gillamar, ma hazer gillamar, Suna sheni wara sin, oh wiki gan ma gillamar. Shall the rose imagine have Sanishi moin trakachi cray Makila tron na done good train There were na grok is again Shimalech Makila away more from Shimlech Mogillamar Shemo Hazer Gillamar Suna Sheni Warasin Oh Hui again Mogillamar Ni Lauren Go sur garnoin Sníl go gaiar I gel shikro Ni magin Harry glantef kjoi O Jimmy sheum An bohol bio Shim lech mogillamar Mo hazer gillamar Suna sheni warasin Oh hui again ma gillamar Gillamar sa shalfa hui Sarah golar fwy clock after shame, ni word I sin. Oh, he again, Magilamar. Shemalech, Magilamar. Shemo Hazer Gilamar. Suna Shani what I said. Oh, we again, Magilamar.
Rhoda Barfoot agus legan seki de Mayilamar a cheol eke in studio Blas Ceoil. Get the bug nibaluche. RhodaBarfoot.com has more information on this brilliant singer from Magherafelt. Benny Hurl has been in touch. He's given Rhoda the thumbs up. I have a feeling he is not alone. She's just an enchanting singer and a lovely person to boot as well. Thanks again to herself and to Mark Dixon for coming in earlier. Beautiful, beautiful music.